Global diplomatic pressure is mounting on Pakistan and Afghanistan to de-escalate tensions after days of military confrontation along their shared border, with China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and the United Nations all calling for restraint and dialogue. Beijing said it was deeply concerned by the escalating situation, urging both sides to exercise restraint and achieve an immediate ceasefire. China's foreign ministry confirmed it is actively engaging Islamabad and Kabul through diplomatic channels in an effort to prevent further violence. Iran has also offered to facilitate dialogue between the two neighbors, with Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi saying Tehran stands ready to assist efforts aimed at enhancing cooperation and reducing tensions. Saudi Arabia joined the diplomatic push as Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan held talks with Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq-Dar to discuss ways to safeguard regional stability. Russia, meanwhile, urged both countries to halt cross-border attacks immediately and resolve differences through diplomatic means. While United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres and Human Rights Chief Volker Türk called for adherence to international humanitarian law and renewed dialogue. UN Special Rapporteur Richard Bennett also appealed for calm, stressing the urgent need to protect civilians amid the violence. The wave of international mediation follows a sharp military escalation triggered by cross-border hostilities earlier this week. Pakistan said terrorists attempted to launch small drone attacks targeting Abbottabad, Swabi, Nowshera. All of these were intercepted and brought down by anti-drone defense systems without casualties. Information Minister Faisal-Dar said the incident exposed what he described as direct linkages between military activity and elements operating from Afghan territory. Along the western frontier, security forces remain on high alert after intense overnight exchanges of fire in multiple border regions, including Mohmand, South Waziristan, and Khyber districts. Officials confirmed artillery shells fired from across the border landed near security installations in Mohmand, prompting tighter security deployments, aerial surveillance, and reinforced checkpoints across sensitive areas. Pakistani forces are reported gaining tactical control of several Afghan Taliban positions during retaliatory operations. Security sources say multiple checkposts across sectors opposite Shawal, Anghur Ada, and Zarmilan, with Pakistani flags raised at the locations after what officials described as coordinated defensive actions aimed at restoring stability. Additional damage was reported at the Afghan border terminals and military posts in the Warsak and Manun Jaba regions, while officials say Taliban fighters abandoned positions amid continued pressures from Pakistani forces. Although heavy firing subsided by morning, residents in Landi Khotal described a night of sustained gunfire that triggered panic among civilians. Demonstrations were later held in the area calling for an early ceasefire as authorities assessed potential damage from a cross-border shelling. The Pakistan political leadership has signaled unified backing for the military response. The Senate unanimously passed a resolution condemning what is termed hostile cross-border aggression from Afghanistan, reaffirming support for all necessary measures to protect national sovereignty. Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb described the attacks as cowardly and praised the armed forces for delivering what he called a befitting response, while Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Sohail Khan Afridi said protecting border communities remained the government's top priority, assuring residents that emergency preparedness measures were in place. As tensions continue, the military position is expected to be formally outlined later today, with ISPR Director General Lieutenant General Ahmed Sharif Chaudhry scheduled to hold a televised press conference on the evolving Pakistan-Afghanistan situation. With guns largely falling silent for now and diplomatic engagement accelerating, regional powers appear increasingly focused on preventing the crisis from escalating into a prolonged conflict along one of South Asia's most sensitive borders.